Hello, I'm Professor Brian Cox, and I've been asked by Classic FM to listen, comment on, critique music composed, in a sense, by a series of black holes. And so, here goes. It's so beautiful, this is well, I suppose it's the structure of a black hole. In this case, it's our black hole, the black hole at the centre of the Milky Way galaxy called Sagittarius A star. And it's the structure of the material spiralling around that black hole turned into sound. And so there's a very famous picture, as you see here, of Sagittarius A star. It's actually the second image in human history of a black hole, taken by a telescope called the Event Horizon Telescope. Now this black hole, our black hole, what is it? Well, Einstein's description of this thing is its pure space-time geometry. It's a distortion in the fabric of the universe itself, and space and time are so distorted in the vicinity of this thing, the black hole, that light itself cannot escape. But what we see is material. It's called an accretion disk, spiraling around the black hole. It's glowing hot, it's emitting light, and in this case radio waves. Those beams of light or radio waves are tremendously distorted as they travel out from this distortion in the fabric of the universe, and that sound is created by essentially sweeping around our data, our image of the accretion disk, and turning the brightness and the speed that material is travelling around it into frequencies, into sound. So this it's like a scan through distorted space and time. Isn't that beautiful? I was just asked how the sound makes me feel. Well, it's not very good music, is it? It makes me feel nothing compared to a Mahler symphony. But the cool thing is that if you know what it is, then it becomes a wonderful thing. But musically, I think it has no merit whatsoever. This is really beautiful too. This is a sonification of data taken by several instruments, actually, an X-ray telescope called Chandra, some of the telescopes in the Atacama Desert, and the Event Horizon Telescope. So this is one of the most massive black holes that we know of, or certainly the most massive black hole that we've observed in any detail in the universe. This is in the heart of a galaxy called M87. It's 55 million light years away. This thing, this distortion in the fabric of the universe, is 6 billion times the mass of our sun. Can you imagine that? 6,000 million suns worth of mass, which has distorted this region of space-time immensely into what's called a supermassive black hole. Now these things, although nothing can escape from inside a black hole, so anything that crosses what's called the event horizon, so around the black hole, can never escape. Even light itself can't escape. These objects can produce tremendously energetic jets of material from material outside of the black hole that fly off into the universe. And there are some beautiful images of that jet, or those jets of material from the M87 black hole. And what's happening here is that those pictures, those images across the black hole and out along the jets, thousands and thousands of light years out into space, are being scanned, and the brightness has been turned into frequencies. And this really sort of, I think, evocative, beautiful piece of music is created. You hear it there. And what I love about this is that it's, well, it really is in a sense composed by one of the most violent and mysterious objects in the universe, the M87 black hole. Sounds like Hans Zimmer. Well, it does sound, it's interesting, it sounds a bit like Hans's music. I suspect that's not the black hole ripping Hans off. The black hole doesn't know about Hans because it's 55 million light years away. So it will actually be, 55 million years before this black hole listens to Hans's music. So I think it's a coincidence. I don't think there can be a copyright claim here. I love this. I mean, because this really, for me, again, it's a sonification of it's an interpretation converted into sound waves of data about pressure waves in gases which are caused by a black hole in this galaxy cluster, actually the Perseus galaxy cluster. So again, it's a visualization, if you like, or a sonification of real data. But the thing here is that, well, actually, it would be because these waves have a very long wavelength. These notes here, if you converted those wavelengths directly into sound, it would be 57 octaves below middle C. Right, so obviously you wouldn't hear anything at all. But this has been pitch shifted up. But I love it. It sounds like almost like human voices, like a strange choir. And to me, it really does. Nature is terrifying. There's no doubt about it. Black holes are terrifying. Galaxies are terrifying things. I mean, the Milky Way galaxy itself, our home galaxy, 400,000 million stars, 400 billion suns, trillions of planets. It takes light 100,000 years to cross a single galaxy. This is pressure waves in gases in a cluster of galaxies. Caused by the presence of black holes, violent celestial events happening in there, turned into this really strange ethereal sound, and I love it. If the last one was very beautiful, reminiscent of the music of Hans Zimmer, maybe sounds like Interstellar, this one, I think, sounds like The Shining. It's absolutely terrifying.
It sounds a bit like ocean waves. What would you say to that?
Ocean waves are, really nice things, aren't they? You can imagine floating around, bobbing up and down on an ocean on a summer's day, and it's all very nice. If you were bobbing around in the vicinity of that black hole, you'd be incinerated. So, So my advice is stick to the ocean. Bob up and down on the ocean waves, but don't go surfing in the vicinity of a supermassive black hole. It's not going to end well.